さて一丁決めてくるか。楽しんでもらえたか。さて一丁決めてくるか。楽しんでもらえたか。さて一丁決めてくるか。楽しんでもらえたか。さて一丁決めてくるか。 楽しんでもらえたか。さて一丁決めてくるか。楽しんでもらえたか。
There I was, 8 minutes into the setting up screen, when I realized I hadn't opened the fucking game. What a fucking twat I felt. Genuinely, that happens all the time. You'd think that during the setting up screen, like I'm actually setting up, but for most of the time, I see the setting up screen as more of like a sort of thing for people to just sort of, you know, come in. Because I imagine, you know, people don't exactly flock to my fucking stream at light speed. Which I kind of like, to be honest. I like a more chill environment. I would be slightly worried more than anything if people just immediately flocked to my stream and were like, "Holy shit, he's live!" It's pressure, dude. I don't need that. All right. I turned my controller on. Good. I think I tweaked my my compressor settings a little bit more. They might sound exactly the same, but yeah. Hey Dasamuka, how's it going, my dude? You are very early. We literally just started, and I just realized that I haven't saved on that slot in 2 fucking days. Jesus. Save slot 2 is getting all the love. As is customary, I've forgotten everything that we were doing. Completely. Yeah, we've literally just started. Have we spoken to... yeah, we spoke... I've done it again! Oh, wait. Record VOD. Attaboy, attaboy! I don't know what it is, Dasamuka. I want to ask you, right, okay, so like, every single time you join in the chat, right, in Streamlabs OBS, your name comes up as red for the first message, and then for every other message after that, it's a slightly more orangey red, and I don't know why. But it's happened like the last 3 times in stream, I've noticed. Oh, we've examined the shit out of this room. We sprayed all our fucking cum juice everywhere.
I will find your cum, Edgeworth. If it's the last thing I do.
You did nothing? Yeah, that's why I I didn't assume that you kept changing your name color. It's just a weird thing that Streamlabs OBS keeps doing. Or slobs, as they call it. Fucking slob. I had a really cool idea for I was gonna make a whole like karaoke scene and stuff. So when I do the Yakuza karaoke, I can just like switch to it. And I was gonna have a an audio spectralizer. You know, where you have like the little wave, well, not waveforms, but like you have the little bars come up to represent the frequencies. I was gonna have one of those, but Streamlabs OBS just doesn't support plugins apparently, because it's shit. That's the trade-off, I guess, for being able to nicely monitor my alerts and stuff. Oh, I only picked red, then left as it is. I don't go rainbow all the time. I don't know, there was for a while, I don't know if it still does it now, but Streamlabs for a while, it would just give people fucking random colors. And so I'd be like, oh yeah, Stormy, you're fucking yellow. She's like, no I'm not, I'm fucking green, what are you talking about?
That's where we found that note.
221 SL9. The SL9 incident.
A case that was due for transferal the day of the murder.
And the detective in charge of the case was the victim.
I wonder what kind of case SL9 incident thing I wonder what kind of case this SL9 incident thing was.
It's kind of hard to guess just knowing the case number. I thought we already established it was a murder, didn't we? Oh wait, no, was it? Okay. I think I'm getting mixed up. Wasn't it like, they were saying it would. They were saying it was a previous piece of evidence that was used in a. Right. Okay. Yeah. I'm getting my wires crossed. Sorry. Sorry. Always changing on its own. Oh yeah, that might be what happens if you don't select one. But it was like a separate issue that it would keep doing it even if you did select a color. This is the problem with stopping. When I've talked to everybody, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm doing. Nobody's here. Where is everyone? Hello? There's no music. It's oddly silent. Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. Oh yeah, I got a fingerprint test. Fingerprint chest.
Here, in this blood on the detective's evidence locker. I know what I'm saying.
Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Well, we didn't borrow it, actually. It was the one time that we didn't borrow something. Edgeworth just fucking gave it to us.
Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger.
A finger?
Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have, left behind the clearest print.
I really can't tell the difference at a glance. Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking stupid, Phoenix? Are you fucking stupid? Well, it's not the thumb, is it? Because the thumb is quite clearly placed sideways. And if you look at the other fingers, they're quite clearly smudged. It's obviously the index finger, you fucking moron.
Quit procrastinating and choose a finger!
Women always say that. Oh.
Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done.
Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes.
First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around.
Huh? How do you do that?
With enter, see? You press the enter key of life. It's not that fucking hard. Stupid.
My friend just sent me a meme that really encapsulates how I'm feeling. It's an Evangelion meme. Oh, I feel it, man. I feel it. I feel really bad. Ah, it looks like that did the trick. The enter button is the equivalent of the X button on the controller. If you're playing up with a PlayStation controller, I should specify.
The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess.
Huh? How do I do that?
With your mouth, stupid.
How do I expel air? How is that possible?
Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. See?
Whoa, that looks like fun. Might take some getting used to, though. I'm getting the hang of it! I'm getting the hang of it!
It's fine, it won't go up your nose or anything.
Unless you do the old blow dart trick, where you accidentally inhale beforehand, and it gets sucked into your fucking trachea.
Just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra.
I'm missing Maya and her smug face, to be honest. I like doing her smug voice.
Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wart, right?
Guess I better give it a try. You know I gotta do it, right? I don't care. I don't care how long it takes. We're doing it, alright? We've committed now. It's happening.
I will fill the screen with cum. With cum.
Hey, Stormy. You've been here surprisingly early the last 2 times. You've been waking up earlier? This is oddly cathartic, I must say. You know, it's gonna pain me that I can't do the bottom right, though, completely. Yeah, oh no, you can't do it, you can't reach it. I better get an achievement for this.
Congratulations, you filled the screen with milk.
We're almost there. Sweet victory. The problem with this is, like, any little flecks of dust or dirt on my monitor, I'm not gonna be able to tell. Oh, I can see the dead pixel on my screen now. Oh. This is very important for me. I need to see how well my monitor is performing. I'm so sorry if it's nighttime and you're watching this on your phone. I imagine someone watching this now is just fucking squinting up a storm that's, Jesus Christ, fucking blow it already. Where is the dead pixel on my screen? I know there's one somewhere. Maybe it came back to life. Oh well. I'm proud of this.
Aha! You did it! You found one!
But this looks nothing like a fingerprint. Well, because that shows that they were wearing a glove. The doi. I think, maybe. Please don't laugh at me if I'm wrong.
Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't.
What does it mean?
I think it means we're out of luck.
Out of luck?
The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves.
Ah, I was right. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here! covered the entire screaming coom!
Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame.
Oh yeah, I tweaked Meekin's megaphone effect. Do you want a sample? This is we got the echo.
This is a sample of his new megaphone effect! And I don't know if it's better. Do you think it's better or worse than the old one? Because I'm kind of more attached to the old one, to be honest. I feel like it might have worked better. It was more distorted. Let me show you the old one. The old one was more like this. And this is the one that I'm using now. Maybe that makes it better. A little more distorted. Okay. I saw a suspicious person, sir! Ah!
So sorry. But hey, at least I'm getting my money's worth, right? Also, hello, Chesette. How's it going, my friend? Let me just do this real quick. What did I have it set to? Was it 40? Yes, it was. So I'm just saving the presets because this program is very particular about saving presets. If you don't do it, you will lose everything. Even to the point of it, like, clearing your sample board when you shut down your PC. If you shut down your PC and you haven't saved after doing a sample, it'll still save the WAV, thank God. But it won't save it on the sample board, which is kind of annoying. So you lose your,
Yeah! While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints?
Other prints?
Looking at the locker door again closely.
Ah, there's, yeah, a little smudgy smudge.
It seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print.
Fingerprints outside the blood. Oh, I wonder where it is. Is it here? Is it over here? Or is it over here? Oh no. Oh no! Oh no. It's a beautiful cloud. Sometimes I wish I was a cloud. Not a care in the world. Terrible attempt at a Scottish accent. Not a care in the world. I can't do it. Can't fucking do it. Steel heavier than feathers. They're both a kilogram. Oh, aye. Whoa.
Yay! A print so clear it's dazzling.
Dazzling?
Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find.
Tell me about it.
Let's match it up right away.
So we're not done yet? It's just quite a process. What did you think? His fucking fingerprint was gonna spell out his name or something? Wow, it's got a copy of his driver's license if you look right in the swirl here.
Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right?
I guess she's right. Phoenix is like a fucking boomer, but he's just like inept at life, not even just technology, just general knowledge.
Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgewood.
Do we have what?
And point out the person you think left these prints.
Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was? You matched them up.
I can make a pretty good guess. the bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right?
Phoenix is a loser. Emma's the Chad. Phoenix is the Virgin. Sorry. Why mute myself when you can hear it in all its glory?
That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprints would we most likely find on the evidence locker?
Gosh. It's that one. Gumshoe. Gumshoe. Oh, look at... Oh, tracking. Oh, they're tracking. They're cross-referencing. Hold on. I've cross-referenced. I've cross-referenced the fingerprint with 10 million suspects. I'm coagulating the results.
Aha! So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe.
Of course, it's his locker.
Something wrong, Mr. A? You gave me this so what look.
I guess that's probably because I was thinking, so what?
Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss.
Don't say that. You're bringing up bad memories of the past. Hit or miss. I guess they never miss, huh? You got a boyfriend, I bet he doesn't kiss ya.
You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Right.
Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. Yes, that's the one I initially thought we were going for. This is where we got a luminal fluid reaction, right?
Right! There was a handprint here! Okay, wanna try using this?
There goes her eyes sparkling again. Yes, of course, I want to check for prints. Okay, let's check for prints.
That's the spirit! Oh, but I have to warn you about something first.
What?
The area with the blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding...
Oh. Sorry, I was doing a bad imitation of you. We only ended up finding it using chemical means.
Any prints in that area will have to be wiped away too. Any prints in that area will have to be wiped away too. Mr. Wright, what are you doing? Why are you being such a fucking asshole? I'm preparing the asshole, maybe.
Oh, right, sorry. So, that means no prints?
Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high?
Don't ask me!
Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away.
Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand. Oh, on the... Oh, I have to okay. Well, I'm just dusting it anyway. I'm pressing A, nothing's happening. Is she just saying that I can't get a print from this, and that I'm wasting my time, I guess? Oh, check this. It's not gonna let me, though. Yeah, blah 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 blah. No, I didn't mean to...
This is my lawyer's badge.
Every time. Yeah, I know. Can I do it or not? I'm pressing the dust button and nothing is happening. I would have thought for sure it would be on the... What? What? Oh, I'm supposed to try and dust on the finger that's not there? She said not to do that. She said to do it on one of the ones that wasn't wiped away. I'm big confused. Do it with me, folks. Everybody breathe in. 3, 2, 1. Don't you feel like you helped? Don't you feel like you, contributed? Wait, why am I doing it again? We have a fingerprint. No, but you, what? No. Oh, wow, it actually does reveal it. Oh, I guess I didn't do it enough. Gotta make sure I get absolute coon coverage. Is this a clear print? How much of this stuff could possibly be in that little jar? Oh, that's good enough. That's good enough. Okay. It's that one. It's
Marshall. Jake Marshall.
I inhaled too deep. Well, coughing helps. Coughing still helps. You exhale a lot of air when you cough. Hey, these fingerprints, they...
Whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know?
It's Officer Marshall.
Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? That's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime.
How do you know? You have a crush on him or something? Emma, this is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminol reaction. The blood and the fingerprints are in the same place.
Oh!
So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped blood stain.
But why would Officer Marshall...
Looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. Okay, so like, here's a question, right? When the police print you, right? When the police check you for fingerprints, or when they like register you, when they register your fingerprints, do they register every single one of your fingers, or just like your index finger or your thumb? Because tape a bit of cotton wool to your to your thumb and your index finger, and you're good to go. You're not that immobilized, you know what I mean? Unless they call you in, obviously, and then test you for all of your fingers. Okay, good. That makes more sense. Because in movies and such, when you see them take fingerprints, it always only seems like one finger that they take. I guess this is what you call decisive evidence.
I don't believe it! He's so cute!
Why are you suddenly on his side? Why is nobody ever on my side? That sounded genuinely sad. I don't know how I got that tone of voice. Why is nobody ever on my side? Why doesn't anybody like me? My tea is gone. Oh, we already saved. Never mind. February 24th. 9:41 AM, District Court Defendant Lobby Number 2.
So what do you think, Mr. Wright?
I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. After all, the victim was murdered in 2 places at the same time. Wait, what? It's Lena.
The victim was murdered in 2 places at the same time. And a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes.
Lena!
Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed.
I hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning.
We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though.
So, how'd it go?
It's as Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain.
flea bargain? What do you mean by that?
We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma.
But Lena! Don't tell me you...
Much to my regret. I'm as much in the dark about this as they are.
Miss Sky,
Hmm?
we found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall.
What kind of trace evidence?
Blood-stained fingerprints, to be exact. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you?
In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall.
Thank God we're not accusing Meekins. We have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Sky?
Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright.
The lapels on his shoulder. Very classy. Very classy. So I'm just reading up the chat. Phoenix is mentally incapable of investigating himself. He lives in a fantasy land where he thinks he's a much more competent lawyer than he actually is. And it's just like his carer is doing everything for him. Oh god, that reminded me of a fucking comedy sketch. There's a fucking comedy sketch where like Sherlock Holmes has fucking dementia and like Watson and the carers are like just playing along and it's so sad but it's fucking hilarious at the same time. Emma's badge is representing an H2O. Does it? Just thought they were fucking funny faces.
Court is now in...
Oh, it's been so long. I missed you, Udgy. Mwah.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lena Sky.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Oh wait, courtroom. Courtroom, we're in the courtroom. The prosecution is...
Humph. I'm afraid you'll have to clarify.
It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time.
But that's not physically possible, is it? What's more, I heard the victim from the evidence room just disappeared.
Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car.
Wow, this is one messed up trial. One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In so doing, isn't it in doing so? In so doing, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself.
Now that's what sets Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things. Not like you. You clearly have no idea what you're doing. Even though he doesn't know what's going on himself.
And that's supposed to be an admirable trait?
Very well, let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand.
For its first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! We know who this is.
The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer?
Oh boy. Things are getting wild from the get-go. Fuck's sake. There he is! Will the witness please state his name and occupation?
Yes, sir! I'm Officer Mike Meekins, sir!
My occupation is, that would be murderer, sir!
So you're telling us that you're a professional killer?
Sir, it was me, sir! I'm the one who did it! I'll never kill anyone again, sir! You've gotta believe me, sir!
Actually...
Sir, I'm what you would call part of the younger generation, sir! A person whose actions adults can't possibly comprehend!
Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me, sir!
Officer Meekins,
Yes, sir!
give us your report of the crime. Consider that an order.
Yes, sir! As you wish! After all, I am part of the generation that must be told what to do, sir!
You can't fault him for a lack of enthusiasm.
I can fault him for that, because it hurts. It hurts me. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious person on the security room and rushed into the room.
On the security screen.
I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life. Then I did it. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake.
So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you?
Do unto to others before they do unto to you!
That's the Meekins family motto, sir.
I see. And you fainted and a colleague helped you regain consciousness.
Hey, Aniki, how's it going, my friend? Thank you for the raid. You caught me screaming Meekins dialogue again. How's the stream, my friend? Yes, sir! He knocked me upside the head, sir!
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
What I need here is more info to work with.
Just in time to see me fucking destroy my vocal cords. Crime reports, sir. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day.
Press him on everything, as always. It's the gang. Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not?
Yes, sir. I'm in charge of hiring new recruits, sir.
Yikes. Now there's a scary thought. Evidence transferal was taking place on the day of the crime, which means many officers were given special tasks, not ordinarily performed.
I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir.
The Blue Badger?
Yes, sir. The lovely police mascot created by the Chief of Detectives, sir. Oh, look at him go. He's wonderful. I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transferal process. That was my sole mission for the day, sir.
I see. Sounds like a very, important mission.
After the awards ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around that I that I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room.
Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room.
Tell us, what did you see when you got there?
I spotted a suspicious person on the security screen and rushed into the room.
In order to enter,
That's a word I struggle with in an American accent for some reason. Order. in order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card. Am I correct?
Precisely, sir. I have one right here around my neck.
So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right? It's not. There it is.
There it is! I found it!
This is the one right here.
Could you please read us the number?
Is he gonna crack?
Yes, sir! It's 49, 89, 59, 6. That's my number, sir.
I see. But the number 49, 89, 59, 6 is shown as being used twice. Please explain, witness.
It's no real mystery, sir. The first time is when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. And the second time is when I went to get him after everything settled down.
I see. So it was during that second time when...
Yes, sir. That's when I spotted the man on the security screen.
Right. It makes sense.
I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir! I was suddenly attacked!
So you were attacked. Could you please tell us exactly what happened to you?
It was a knife, sir! A knife!
Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you. What happened then?
Well, with me charging in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was.
You weren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into.
That's when I reacted, sir. I swung my arms like an octopus, struggling to detain him.
He's got a knife! He's got a knife!
That's how I got this gash on my hand.
You came up with little soakers because of Chromунculus sponge. What? Little soakers? No, you're like... I don't know. Stinky is such like an overused brand, if you want to call it a brand. I don't know. First of all, I would not want to be in that position where I would have so many fans that I would actually have to call them a name. That would be slightly uncomfortable, I think. I just do the old, "What's up, guys? Welcome back to the stream." Could call you Little Divas. J Divas. Little Divas. Fuck that. No, fuck that.
Maybe if you just keep your cool, your hand wouldn't be...
When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar.
More megaphone.
I fought for my life! Then I did it!
What exactly do you mean when you say you did it?
I know I don't look the type, but I'm really into kung fu movies, sir. The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched his knife from him. You took his knife? I sprung it! I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man. See, he must have been desperate. The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of my blood. And then the next thing I knew...
Yes?
He punched me right in the face, sir!
After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake.
My alter ego. Chromунculus Sponge has more of a brand than I do.
What's up, my little sponges? Today I've got some knowledge for you to absorb.
About what time did you regain consciousness?
No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious.
What? No, he means when you fucking idiot. No, it's a valid question. It's a valid question, is it not? Why is that not a valid question? You get up, and then you look at the time. You look at the time. You look at your clock. You look at your wristwatch. Whatever. All right, Aniki, my dude. Thank you for the raid. I really appreciate it. Sleep well, my friend. Oh god.
According to the report from the officer that woke up, the witness, it was about 5:30.
He hit me right in the head, too. I woke up crying tears of pain.
That's nice. I mean, it's nice that you recovered, that is.
When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir.
Your mission?
Yes, sir! The Blue Badger, sir! I returned him to the entrance before things got out of hand.
Oh, we can all rest easy now.
I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened.
Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim?
He's got a point.
Yes, Officer Meekins?
With regards to that, sir. Take a look at this. It was sent to my jail cell. Chief Gann delivered it to me just this morning, sir.
The chief? Delivered it?
What is that? A videotape?
Yes, sir! That's absolutely right, sir! A videotape, sir! It contains footage from the security camera in the evidence room!
I'm so sorry. What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape. And was told that it had been mistakenly erased.
That's quite a mistake.
I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at.
Looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever.
Well then, let's have a look. Show us the videotape of you murdering the victim.
Oh, please stop using that word murder, sir. It scares me.
A video of a real murder. Just what are we getting ourselves into?
It's gonna be the tape from The Ring. Oh, it is! But instead we're gonna get cursed by the Blue Badger. I'm getting like slight Friday night. I was gonna say Friday night at Freddy's. God, I want to spend Friday night at Freddy's. 5 Nights at Freddy's. Give me those vibes. This fucking CG. Ah! 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 Oh, how convenient. How convenient that the flag was in the way. The exact moment. I know he is, right? He seems much more threatening when he's, like, bound to the laws of a 3D space. He's much more comical when he's a 2D character. That's the problem with 3D animation, right? You can circumvent it by doing a lot of effort. Like, you can pull and you can, like, twist and bend 3D models. It just takes a lot of talent, right? But that versus 2D animation. 2D animation doesn't have to abide by any laws by default, so you can draw anything in any manner, and it doesn't really take any more effort than it would to draw it in a normal manner. If anything, it might take more effort to draw it in a normal manner than it would in an exaggerated manner. So that's why, like, say for example, like, the latest season of Attack on Titan, all the Titan shifters are all CG because they're reoccurring characters. so it's much less of a workload for them to just animate them in 3D than it would be to do it in 2D. But it doesn't look as good because there's no exaggerated animation at all. They try really hard with certain camera angles, but it doesn't. It can't really pull it off.
Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with this unsettling feeling stirring within us? Personally, I just bury them deep inside. They scream at me at night when I'm laying in bed, but I ignore them.
What the hell was that wriggling piece of plywood?
Sir, that is the pride and joy of the entire Criminal Affairs Department, sir! It's the Blue Badger, sir!
Why am I not surprised this isn't going smoothly?
Yes, well, anyway, this tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter, someone in the evidence room, and some sort of, activity did take place.
Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness's testimony will suffice. Is that all right with you, Officer Meekins?
Yes, sir! As you wish, sir!
The inner monologue in your head doesn't need to breathe so you can scream forever. That's a good point.
His face can't be clearly seen in the video. But there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir!
So it must be him! No one else could have unlocked it!
What's this about a fingerprint?
Each detective has been given a locker, equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to.
Intriguing. That would mean the victim at the crime scene would have to have been Detective Goodman. Very well, the defendant may begin its cross-examination.
The defense, even. I don't know where this cross-examination will lead. But everything begins with contradictions. That's where I have to start.
Maybe what? Maybe he sawed off his hand? His face can't clearly be seen in the video. I'm just gonna press everything, as always.
Tell me, were you able to get a good look at him? At the face of the man who attacked you with a knife?
Sir, if you must label people as having seen or not seen the man's face, I believe I would be classified as the latter.
The latter? But you were standing right in front of him, were you not?
More to the point, you are the person who fought him, aren't you?
Oh, yes, sir. But I didn't get a clear look at his face, sir. I'm not the kind of guy who looks directly at people when talking with them, you see.
Yeah, that's a good trait for a police officer.
Still, I'm sure it was him! I bet my badge on it!
No question. No question. He's so certain.
But you don't know that for sure, do you? You never actually saw Detective Goodman's face.
Well, I suppose you might say that. That is, if you must
wait, wait. He just did the same dialogue again. I thought we were doing the same thing.
Since his face cannot be identified in the video, only you can verify it.
Why is everyone looking at me? If I had to label your stares as disturbing, or...
Meekins! Having been shown a questionable video at best, we are not in the best of moods. Now please be more certain when you testify.
Yes, sir!
You claim the man who brandished a knife on you was Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you are positive it was him.
I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do.
Right. Maybe... That was a new pose for Meekins. What, him strangling himself? No, that was in the last stream. In the suspicious person one, when he freaked out. Do you remember? He went full monkey.
Suspicious person!
About these lockers, is there no other way to open them?
No, sir. I tried myself all kinds of methods. I myself tried all kinds of methods in the past. They only respond to registered fingerprints, sir.
I wonder what kind of methods he's tried.
If the man opened the locker's lock, which only responds to its registered fingerprints, then he must be the person whose the locker was assigned to.
Exactly my point, too! That's exactly my point, sir! And this, too!
The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir.
Right.
How do you know that information?
I've heard rumors, sir, from people in the know, sir.
People in the know?
The workers in the department cafeteria, sir. They kept me informed. They also listened to my romantic troubles, sir.
For the record, the open locker did indeed belong to Detective Goodman. I verified this information through a more reliable source.
So the victim opened the locker with his own fingerprint.
So it must be him! No one else could have opened it!
Someone else.
However, the most important detail is not shown in this video. The man's face.
Sir! If I may say something, sir!
Please do. After all, you are the one being examined.
I don't understand why the man's face is so important to this crime, sir. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock. And it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir!
My unsettled state can testify enough to this, sir!
Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie.
That is, unless the defense can find a problem with it.
Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again.
Is there a problem with the security video?
Maybe. I don't know. Can I watch it again, please?
You can. Okay, cool. Right, yeah. We get this part. Can I pause it? It'd be nice to pause it. The guy vanished? Did he? Something fell out. It was a glove, right? A glove fell out. Stalking him. Was his face like clipping through the... Oh, Jesus Christ. Does it end before he walks out? Oh fuck yeah, you're right. Huh. Oh! I've just noticed it. I just noticed it. Did you notice it? You guys notice it? He opened Marshall's locker on the way out because the rag was sticking out. See, look, the rag isn't there. And at the very end, the rag was sticking out. That's the problem. Yes. Yes.
Regarding the video contained on this tape, there's one thing in particular that seems rather strange.
Strange?
This contradiction leads to the possibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman.
What? This video contains such a contradiction?
Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth.
I propose we have the defense point out to us this alleged contradiction in the video.
You would want me to point it out.
Very well. Proposal accepted. Let us further inspect this piece of evidence. I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of.
I have to point out a problem in the video. This is the first time I've ever had to do that.
You can do it, Mr. Wright. It's set up so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause the video. Just take a good look and be sure to point out the right thing.
Please don't play it too many times! I can't stand watching this video! How did this guy ever become a police officer?
Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where is the contradiction that indicates the man may not be Detective Goodman?
Fast forward. Oh, okay. Oh. This is really weird. Bum, 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 bum. I will show you, boys and girls. Watch. Watch the tape. Watch the tape. There it is. Right there.
Take that!
The thing that's strange about this video has gotta be this!
Yes, that is strange. Something certainly seems unnatural about that.
I like how undescript they're being.
What could it mean?
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Wright, but you seem to have forgotten the point of this exercise.
The point?
What you are looking for is one thing and one thing only. Something that indicates this man may not be Detective Goodman.
What? How is that not good enough? This fucking game. That's a clear contradiction. What? Oh my fucking god.
I'll place him under arrest, sir!
Rats. I need to slow down and tackle these things one piece at a time. Now what do I do?
That's actually fucking bullshit. How is that not a valid observation? This is the problem with this game. You can notice something completely valid and just not be able to bring it up because it's not the right time to bring it up. That shouldn't matter. Try the dropped thing, but the dropped thing doesn't prove that it's not him.
Just remember one thing, Mr. Wright. Every time you point your finger, someone gets hurt.
Says the one pointing his finger at us.
I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of.
I have to point out a problem in the video.
Yeah, okay. You've already read this. Is there a lot to point out? Because that's the only thing I could think of. Yeah, but how do I point out that the guy vanished? I have to point out something specific. You know? They have very sharp nails. It's a woman. Oh, I can go like frame by frame. That's cool. Just so long as I don't press the present button. I'm so annoyed that they did that, though. It was a completely valid observation. And they're just like, nope, fuck you. His sideburns. Maybe before the fabric was there? Yeah, but that's not, that's even worse. That's even worse of a fucking thing to point out. You're basically just saying, hey, look at this locker. Wait. Fuck, his hand's in the way. This is bullshit. This is pure bullshit. What do you guys think? Because I genuinely don't know what to point out. That was like my one good piece of evidence. And they're just like, no, it's not good enough. Too bad. The time. Oh, is there like a skip in the time? Is it really that simple? Let's have a look. There's no skip. Was it not 5:15? It's the light thingy?
Right?
Do elaborate. We're basically just playing a game of spot the difference is what we're doing. The light thingy. That indicates the light... Right. Oh, is the locker already open? Oh, the locker's already open. Oh, I thought my observation was better, personally. The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this. Officer Meekins?
Sir! Do you mean me, sir?
As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this.
Oh, Stormy knows that pose.
When you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprint, if it's a match.
Beep.
The light turns on and the lock is released.
Who's that? Who's that in his picture? Is that a picture of him? In Detective Gumshoe's locker? You did? Really?
According to my very limited knowledge, that's the way I understand it, sir.
If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture.
My detail was better. It's a girl photo? Yeah, that's what I thought. Is it like his wife or his girlfriend? We don't know. Oh, fucking take your time. Ugh. Boring.
When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker. Let's rewind a little earlier.
What happened to the fucking fast forward? Or the fast rewind?
Here, notice the light?
What's this? It's already lit.
Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle.
I like the noise it makes when he does it. It's just like a...
Order! What's the meaning of this?
It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime.
You hope you did all the frames right? I'm sure you did. I'll like smack him into fucking Photoshop. Eventually. It looks good though. I'm excited to see it animated.
But the locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When a door is shut, a sensor is triggered. And the locker is automatically locked.
Oh, I know. It must have broken down. Of course, I'm not an expert in this.
It's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction.
How do you know that?
Oh well, just goes to show novices should keep their mouths shut. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation?
Me, Your Honor?
Yes. Why wasn't the locker locked?
Me, Your Honor? I don't know. Yes, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field.
What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator?
Huh? Oh, sorry, what? Maybe something like, jam the system sensor?
Something jammed the sensor?
Say... There's something else that seems out of place in this video.
The glove.
Yeah, I thought so too. There's gotta be another clue somewhere in this footage.
Yeah, it's the glove. Now we're gonna go for the glove, and the third thing we're gonna point out is the cloth in the other locker. Personally, if I was a lawyer, I just would have gone straight to the cloth from the other thing. Because, think about it this way, right? There's no way fucking Jake Marshall would have entered the room, opened his locker, and not noticed the fact that Meekins was, attempted... he was almost murdered, is what I'm trying to say. Bum, bum, bum. Ah, I dropped it. Look.
Please watch closely. This is the contradiction in the part I showed you earlier.
Dun 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 dun.
What's this? Something white fell out of the locker.
But sir, it's been my experience that things fall open when you fall out when doors are opened. I often fall out and roll great distances.
Okay, didn't get to read that.
We can't be sure that item was completely inside the locker to begin with.
What do you mean?
The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door?
Inserted? I'm unfamiliar with this term.
Bum, 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 bum.
This white...
Sorry, wrong place. This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor.
Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of the 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir. Instead of the door closing.
Okay.
But the object would have to be extremely thin to fit in the door.
Not only that, it would also have to block electronic currents. It would need to be an insulator.
Yes, it's a rubber glove.
Yes, an insulator. Whatever that means. But at the crime scene...
There just might have been something that fits that description.
But, sir! By insulator, you don't mean...
I think I finally got this figured out.
Very well. Will the defense please present the relevant evidence? What was this insulator that was stuck in the locker door?
I mean, you'd have to be pretty fucking stupid to not see that it was a glove. I found this near the locker. A thin rubber glove.
But we can't be sure that was in the victim's locker.
It has a tag that says SL9 incident. Ugh. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker. But that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to this. Attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is this not so, Officer Meekins?
Sir! It would appear so, sir!
Order! So are we to believe, then, that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman?
Do not be misled, Your Honor.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility, and nothing more. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this.
What?
Officer Meekins, please testify about this.
Fuck, not more Meekins.
Sir? Me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh! You mean that, sir? Of course, sir!
Is this a joke?
Very well, begin your testimony.
Mystery Man 2.0.
There's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, you must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card.
An ID card record, I see.
I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor. The ID used at 5:14 is that of the victim.
Just before the crime, Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transferal. Why were there so few people using this room?
This particular evidence room is only used for sorting certain special cases.
Special cases?
Extremely violent cases involving police staff.
Just hearing that makes my hair stand on edge.
Me too. Although it doesn't exactly make much of a difference.
There were only a few cases up for transferal there, and most were cleared up by noon.
Right, I see. Now let us move on to the cross-examination.
Please. Oh god.
There's one thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, you must use their ID card.
Right, okay.
So unlike your earlier testimony, you believe this to be rock solid, do you?
Yes, sir. Solid as stone, sir. If my hand wasn't wrapped in bandages,
I'd have given the thief a victory sign, sir!
Can you just use his right hand for that?
Let's hear him out fully. As we've seen, one never knows what he might say until the very last second.
Very true. Misuse their ID card.
Is that card hanging from the neck, is that card hanging from your neck one of these ID cards?
yes, sir. This card right next to my cuff, sir. I keep it here so I won't ever forget it.
But what if someone were to steal it from you? Keeping it out in the open like that?
Maybe I shouldn't wear it around my neck. Remember when I said 2 out of 3 times my tie gets stuck in the door when I get out of my car? Well, the remaining time it's my ID badge that gets stuck. Instead of the door closing, my ID badge chokes me. My ID badge
Oh, fucking, I give up. Maybe I should just leave this one alone.
At any rate, each police officer has only one ID card. Both the police department and the prosecutor's office can attest to this.
Please proceed with your testimony.
When an ID card is used, there's a record of it.
Right.
Let it be noted that this is the report the witness is referring to.
Let me see. Yes, that would be it. Detective Goodman?
What's the matter?
According to this, Mr. Edgeworth, your name is on here.
So it is.
I didn't even know he would say that. I was just in the middle of saying, so it is. And he's like, so it is, Your Honor. I'm channeling him.
Not that...
Hey, maybe he's behind all this being a prosecutor. You could clear the evidence.
Mommy, is that man in blue a murderer? Just don't stare at him.
You've got the wrong color, kid.
It would seem the inquiry committee will want to speak with you again today.
I have nothing to be ashamed of regarding my actions or their consequences. For now, let us continue with the cross-examination.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. It must be so difficult for him.
At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card.
Earlier, I believe you testified that when you asked the man to show you...
Oh my god. What is wrong with me? I just can't fucking read.
Earlier, I believe you testified that when you asked the man to show his ID card, he pulled a knife on you.
Yes, sir. He didn't show me any ID card, sir.
Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if he had his ID card, all he had to do was show it to you. There wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife.
Maybe he just panicked.
Everything stems from contradictions. Let's point them out.
Mr. Wright, what do you think?
Confused.
What?
The problem with this ID card testimony is far too obvious. It's not like Edgeworth to miss something like this.
You're thinking too hard about it. Come on. Let's show them what we've got.
There's one other thing to prove.
Oh, okay. We're back to the beginning. Alright. There's one of... Okay. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card. Look at the record again. God, we've got so much shit. This is such a long case. Right. Who is 77777777? Is that the chief of police, maybe? Coming in at 4:20 exactly to smoke a fucking blunt in the evidence room?
thinking. I'm using my brain. Anybody have any ideas? I'm squinting to try and make my brain work harder, but it's not working. It's not really helping. I'm gonna shit myself if I'm not too careful. Oh god. Taken by. What if I spray him with some cum gunk real quick? When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. Time of the crime, the detective would use his card. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. Fuck. Fuck. I don't know why, my brain just went to, what if he was already in there? But that's bullshit. It's not, that couldn't have worked, surely. Yeah. Should I just present the ID card? Or I don't fucking know. Oh, my brain! It hurts. I don't know. Entered the lot at 5:12 p.m. I genuinely have no idea. Should I take a look? I haven't looked at this yet. Probably worth a look. The tag says AI 16.
What's that got to do with anything?
Nothing, apparently. At least, that's what Edgeworth said.
That makes it seem all the more suspicious. Who knows? This might turn out to be a clue that breaks the case.
Wouldn't that be nice? God, I wish. I genuinely can't see a problem.
Bruce Goodman.
Right. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card. Fuck! I don't know.
I don't know.
I genuinely have no idea. The card was found in the parking lot? Yeah, but like... The problem is I can't prove it was there at the time of the murder. I found it after the fact. So it could have been planted there after the fact. For all I know. I mean, I can bring it up if you think that'll pay dividends, but... I'm not so sure it will. Oh, apparently it will! Wait one moment, Officer Meekins, because that's the only thing I could think of as well, is that I was like, okay, but it was found at the crime, yeah, but like I don't know, it could have been, for all I know, it could have been planted there after the fact. At the time of the crime, but the card was found somewhere else. Yeah.
I'm not good at waiting, sir.
I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene.
That makes sense.
No, sir. When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Your Honor. Yeah, sorry. Almost went to Edgeworth. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's That's what I wanted to bring up. That's why I looked at it.
A lost item report? It's only half completed.
But it shows the Detective Goodman and lost something on the... Oh! Oh! Something important enough to fill out this report.
And he got it wrong because he didn't have his card with him. Oh, that's why he got it wrong. Because he's crossed it out. He's like a 5'8", 5'9". Oh, shit.
Let me guess, you believe this something to be his ID card, right? I can't say for sure, but there's a high probability. Same thing. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card. Look at Meekins, slanted to the side.
Order! So now, what does this all mean?
It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card.
Order! Does the prosecution have a response?
I have only one thing to say to the defense.
Huh?
Bravo, Mr. Wright.
Bravo?
Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 p.m. on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card.
Now I get to point out the fucking rag sticking out of the thing, right?
Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright?
Yes. What's he up to?
That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder.
That is... Well, I guess that's right.
Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago you seemed content to be pointing your finger around.
This isn't gonna end well.
No. Well, it seems you finally realized exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove.
Explain yourself, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yeah, I've basically proved the fact that the murder took place in the underground parking lot, thus making my fucking defendant guilty.
The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means a murder did not take place at the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime.
So
the real crime could only take place at one location, the underground parking lot. At the prosecutor's office, the murderer being Miss Lena Skye, the defendant.
That's who I'm defending.
The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness observed the moment of the defendant used the murder weapon.
Thanks, Edgeworth.
Really keeping us filled in on this case.
I knew that testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning.
the activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered? And where did this person disappear to? However, this trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman.
Just so, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, you have to do something or else Lena.
What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess?
Object. Object. Objection. Objection. Objection.
Objection.
One moment, Your Honor. What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what we've just proven. Of course not. But I almost walked right into the prosecution's trap. What are you talking about? This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder. Yes? Go on. Don't want to hit fast forward? No? Dun 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 dun. You gonna point out the rag now? Please point out the rag. However, it cannot be said that it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Please. Please. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter. You'd think I'd be able to speak properly by now, but it doesn't happen. Look.
Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes, Your Honor.
if this court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident.
This just might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand.
Mr. Wright, do you mean...
Your Honor, the defendant would like to request a specific witness.
Oh? Whom do you have in mind?
Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room. The prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply.
Very well, then, Mr. Wright. This person whom you would have testify, what is his or her name?
Mr. Jake Marshall. No, it's Emma Sky. She's a cowboy.
This one. Officer Jake Marshall. Why him?
I can't let Edgeworth know everything just yet.
He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say. Prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare.
Very well.
I know you so well, Judgy.
The court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed. My subpoena. Well, will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time?
We will, Your Honor.
Court is now in recess. Recess, yay! I'm going to play dodgeball!
God.
There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright?
Huh? What do you mean?
You called for Jake Marshall. It seems you figured everything out.
I haven't figured anything out.
Lena! You're the one who knows everything.
Emma,
You always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you.
I don't recall ever asking for his protection.
How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me?
Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals.
You were, actually.
Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later.
Ah!
Wait, Detective Gumshoe! What is it?
He looks so sad.
You got a lot of nerve, pal. Making a detective run all around on duty. And to top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals.
Sorry, Detective.
You better be, pal. Hey! I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Sky!
That's okay. So, have you brought what I asked?
Oh! You mean this, right?
My apologies, Detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request. My name?
Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Did I bother you to bring me the SL9 incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy.
The SL9 incident?
Atlanta, that's...
I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here, you might do well to read them.
I can't believe you. The chief prosecutor were a witness in that case.
Miss Sky was a witness?
Take it from me. You don't want anything to do with serial murders.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh, what? Now that I've brought you your stuff, you're just gonna ignore me?
Emma? But why? Why is your name in here?
What? My name's in there? I don't know. Unless... No, it couldn't be. Lena, the SL9 incident, is that...
That's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as...
The Joe Dog Killings.
Joe died. No, Lena. It's over with, no.
Emma, wait! She ran away.
You know what? I just remembered I gotta be somewhere. Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here.
Bye. Jake Marshall, Angel Starr, Damon Gant, Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lena and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't just be a coincidence.
Knowing you just might be able to figure it out.
Just tell me! Why can't you tell me?
Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck.
I'd better take a good look at this file.
To be continued.
Dun dun dun. Save. Did I save? I hope I saved. You know what? I think I'm gonna call it quits here. I know it's early, but it's a good ending point. It's good for me to end it on a place where I know what's happening and I know what's going on. All right? Can you blame me? Can you really blame me? I can just save again. Yes. Okay. Good.
Good. Jolly good. Cheerio, my chap.
I wanna look at this emote again. Emote? Why'd I call it an emote? Bum, 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 bum. Did I select the right overlay, by the way?
I hope I did.
Gee, I sure hope so.
God, it looks so good. I gotta say though, you don't have to give me a big schnozzer in these pictures sometimes. The schnozzer on that lad. I mean, I've got a pretty big nose.
All the better to sniff you with.
Hold on. Oh, Photoshop. I don't want to open Photoshop. No, thank you. Oh, I didn't even change the overlay. Okay. It's just on the game at the moment. Just happens. It's a natural thing. Alright. I don't remember the order in which these frames... I think they're in the right order. I'm not entirely certain. 2, 3, 4. I will show you eventually, I promise. Just give me like half a second. Try 1/2 of a second. 1/2 of a second. I fucked up the timing just a tad. Bum, 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 bum. One moment. Oh, that's what I did wrong, I think. Did I fix it? I can't tell. I don't know what I'm doing. Help! Help! Why is one of the frames like off by like half a pixel? Why are you gonna make my life so difficult, Photoshop? Oh no, it's not. It's just when I... Okay. Try this. It looks so good! Oh wait, I put 2 of the same frame in there. Alright, let me do a quick export of this and I'll show you what it looks like. Bum, 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 bum. GIF, of course. GIF. Maybe, I don't know if it should end on... I don't know, I'm just trying to figure out the best timing for it. Usually I would sit down and spend like half an hour on this, but I wanna give you a teaser real quick. Why is it showing? Oh my god. Photoshop is so fucking janky. When I zoom out, it does that thing where it looks like one of the frames is like a pixel off and it's not moving at the right place. But it is. It's just Photoshop's not playing along. Not cooperating. Alright. Oh, look at this. Oh no, I fucked it. One moment, guys. Just give me a minute, please. Just give me a goddamn minute! Okay, there we go. Mark Wahlberg in The Happening. Just give me a goddamn second! I think the main problem I know this is incredibly boring. How's your days going, guys? How's your day going, guys? All of you at the same time. Please tell me in detail. I would like to know. All right, so this is what I've got so far. Look at him go. Oh, it's freaking out. Oh, it's not going at the time that I specified. Come on, Photoshop, you fucking worthless piece of shit. It might have something to do with the fact that it is very big. And so it's like, we can't hold it, Captain. It's too much. The engines can't take it, Captain. So what I think I'll have to do is I have to scale it down. All right, ignore the shitty white fucking corners. Look at it! Look at it! Look at him! Why is it doing that? It plays nice once and then it starts going all choppy. That's so weird. Like, watch. You play once? No. That's so bizarre. Oh. it's like fucking variable frame rate. You okay there, OBS? You okay there, buddy? It's so fucked. I don't know what to do about it. I'll figure it out. Eventually. If I use a different type of I don't fucking know. Different type of transparency? I don't know. I'm not the best at this. the shading on one of the hands. See, it plays fine. I think the only problem is like the return frame where it returns back to normal. There's like too much of a jump. Also, it's just skipping frames. I'll figure it out later. Either way. Thank you guys for popping in the stream, saying hello, having a good time, all that jazz. I appreciate it very much. And we will... One moment. Should we raid, Sharers? Sharers? She said it was pronounced shares. Oh god. This ad is so fucking loud. Fuck it. Oh my god, this ad is so fucking long! Yeah, we're rating her. Alright. Well, thank you guys, as always. Appreciate you. Probably see you tomorrow, as always, at the same time, around about 5 PM. I've only just realized how I'm quite punctual with this streaming stuff. I thought for sure I would constantly be like an hour late, but no. I'm usually like at most 5 minutes late. Yeah, love you guys. Appreciate you. See ya. Bye-bye.